It's slowing down. It's done a handbrake turn and it's now gone correct side of the carriageway.
Hello and welcome to UK Crime Caught on Camera. Coming up on this week's show. Is this Britain's dumbest criminal?
Come on, yes bro, touch me Kev.
Shopper fights off goons with beer crate.
Get up!
And arm dealers are busted in printed guns case. All this and more coming up. Law graduate jailed for 15 years after string of armed raids. This footage shows ex-criminology student Kudakwashi Chiba threatening several staff members in different shops with a knife. According to West Midlands Police, Chiba used his knowledge of police and forensic tactics to plan and execute 18 robberies across the West Midlands. The 30-year-old targeted a bank, supermarkets, convenience stores and petrol stations during his crime spree between February and October 2022. A court heard he used his educated background as a university law graduate to avoid being captured by switching mobile phones and destroying evidence. But the brazen fug was finally caught in November after he carried out a robbery at Lloyd's Bank using a BB gun and was identified by CCTV and DNA evidence. Chow was also filmed on CCTV paying in old £50 notes and damaged notes stolen from the bank into his own account. Officers swooped at his home to arrest him and also seized the BB gun packaging and a money bag stolen in the robbery. Chow of Erdington, Birmingham, pleaded guilty to 6 armed robberies and asked for 12 other robbery offences to be taken into consideration. In August 2023, he was jailed for 15 years at Birmingham Crown Court and was branded a menace to society after sentencing. Brave have-a-go hero chases off armed robbers with beer crate. This dramatic video shows the moment a brave soul chased off robbers armed with blades. How did he do it? Well, stay tuned to find out.
Open the two! I said Macker, bro! Open the door, you're gonna get hurt!
December 23rd, 2021. 3 masked thugs are targeting a laundry store in Weatherby Road, Leeds. They terrorise the lone female shop worker behind the counter and threaten her with a sword while demanding cash and cigarettes. The hooligan here, wielding the samurai sword and making the threats, is one Brandon Jarrett. The woman's so scared she's unable to comply. Unfortunately, this just angers the villains more. According to West Yorkshire Police, Jarrett, along with his accomplice Jeffrey Chikosha and a third unidentified assailant, are part of a prolific criminal scourge who frequently brag on social media about no face, no case. But, as you can see here, that is no longer the case. Back in the store, a shopper is being held back by one of the robbers equipped with a large knife. But, as you're about to see, that man was not so scared of these goons or their blades.
No one's gonna get hurt. Make it quick and leave. No one's gonna get hurt. Just stay there. I'm feeling really nervous and I'm gonna start picking on you. Yeah, but it's only gonna be able to get started. No, I understand that.
No, our hero here has a heavy crate of beer that he's about to put to good use.
Get up! Get up! Get up!
Let's see that again. This was the third time that the gang had held up the store in Leeds in a matter of weeks, having stuck to 2 other places in December 2021. And despite their no face, no case braggadocio, crack officers working for West Yorkshire Police were able to pull together audio evidence using voice recognition to nail Chikosha. We recognised Jarrett from his distinctive coat, which we found during a search of a family address. The pair denied any involvement when they were interviewed about the offences, but both were subsequently charged with 3 armed robberies and 3 counts of possession of samurai swords. Jarrett pled guilty to the charges and Chikosha was convicted following a trial at Leeds Crown Court. In July 2023, both were sentenced to prison. Chikosha was sentenced to 9 years imprisonment. Jarrett was sentenced to 6 years and 9 months. The pair had previously been jailed in May 2021 for their role in stealing vehicles in Leeds using software to overcome the security systems. They were released in November 2021 with strict nighttime curfews and conditions not to associate with each other. Drug driver pulls handbrake turn during 125 mph police chase. A drug driver who sped the wrong way on one of Britain's main carriageways before pulling a dangerous handbrake turn has been jailed.
It's slowing down. It's done a handbrake turn and it's now gone correct side of the carriageway.
Thomas Garfitt is captured here in footage pulling off a dangerous manoeuvre on the A1. But what led to this point? Stay tuned to see more. The chase began at 8 p.m. on April 25, 2023, when Garfitt fled from police officers who had stopped his car in Sheffield. After speeding through inner city roads, Garfitt reached the M1 motorway, where he weaved in and out of traffic while driving at almost twice the speed limit. He's captured driving through red lights and narrowly avoiding a crash. Police were out in force, sending 6 vehicles and a helicopter after the drunk driver. In shocking footage taken by the helicopter, he speeds up the hard shoulder into oncoming traffic on the A1 in Yorkshire. He can be seen reaching speeds of 125 mph. Garfitt then pulls off a crazed handbrake turn in the middle of the road after spotting a gap in the traffic and drove back the way he came. Let's take another look at that. The radio handler can be heard gasping as he suddenly pulls a U-turn onto the main carriageway, narrowly missing traffic coming the opposite way.
It's slowing down. It's done a handbrake turn and it's now gone correct side of the carriageway.
The lengthy chase ended when Garfitt eventually stopped his car, and when police tested him, they found he was positive for cocaine. Sheffield Crown Court heard it was a minor miracle Garfitt's driving had not resulted in serious injury or harm. He pled guilty to the offences at Sheffield Crown Court. Garfitt was charged with dangerous driving, driving while disqualified, and failure to provide a specimen. He was jailed for 20 months on May 17, 2023, and banned from driving for 4 years and 10 months. Arms dealers jailed for 31 years for making 3D printed machine guns. 2 illegal arms dealers have been jailed for over 31 years after they used a 3D printer to manufacture deadly machine guns for criminal gangs. Sibusiso Moyo and Christopher Gill were convicted of manufacturing the firearms after police found the lethal plastic weapons in the back of a BMW. Officers swooped on the car that Majid Rahman, an associate of the pair, had been driving on May 17, 2022 in Bradford. Police discovered a FGC-9 homemade automatic submachine gun, magazine, and bullets hidden in a supermarket bag for life. Raids on Gill's property found 2 further complete FGC-9s. When Moyle was later arrested, evidence showed he'd been manufacturing FGC-9s at his home in Hull, where he had 2 3D printers and parts to make weapons. Evidence also showed firearms at various stages of construction in Moyle's kitchen and garage, as well as inside Gill's home. It's thought the 3D printed assault weapons were the first of their kind ever seized by a police force in the UK. Moyle was found guilty of illegally manufacturing a firearm and a separate identity fraud offence following a trial. He was jailed for 18 months in May 2023. Gill was found guilty of illegally manufacturing a firearm and was jailed for 13 years and 8 months in May 2023. Rahman, aged 46, was jailed for 5 years and 4 months in June 2023. He was found guilty of possession of ammunition and conspiracy to transfer a prohibited firearm. Crook jailed after police find video showing him bragging about crime.
Come on, boys. Come on. Yes, bro. Touch me, Kev.
A 20-year-old criminal who filmed himself wanting wads of cash has been mocked by police after being jailed for over 2 years. Samuel Walmsley was one of 14 men sentenced to nearly 50 years in August 2023 for participating in crime conspiracies involving drug trafficking and vehicle thefts. After Walmsley's sentencing, Lancashire police poked fun at him by comparing his cash-flaunting video to his mugshot with the caption, "How it started, how it's going," adding it wasn't his brightest idea. Walmsley was caught after police recovered incriminating videos from his phone, implicating himself and others in drug dealing and burglaries. One video showed him describing a good night's work with stolen items. Another showed him and his accomplices breaking into a car and laughing. That video was posted to a Facebook group where Walmsley commented, "That's me in the boot." He received 2 years and 4 months for conspiracy to commit burglary and steal vehicles. The investigation began when he and an accomplice crashed a stolen Audi last October. Police arrested the gang after finding more evidence of burglaries and drug dealing on their phones and at their homes. Well, that's that for this week. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you very much. Phone the police.